Welcome to the Pen and Paper Hive. I am your host, Wolf, and I'm a game master since 2001. Well, today's topic is role-playing monsters, and it's very interesting because I sure do learn a lot lore about monsters and try to make a real impression to my players to play them really as they are intended or how I view them or what I learn about them, and have a meaning for that. As a big example, what I very often use are wolves. I don't use them because I throw a level 1 encounter with a wolf or two, but I use them more for a scenic immersion impression. When you're walking through a very dark forest, you can't see your hand in front of your eyes and you stumble through the forest, and far away you hear the howling of a wolf pack, probably going out for a hunt. That's how I use animals as example, and when I role play them, when I really say I am attacking now a group of adventurers, it has a meaning behind that, because I use some form or some knowledge out of the real world, and in the real world wolves very rarely attack or hunt humans. So I take that, but most of the time something like that happens, it has a meaning behind this attack. Dire times, there is nothing to hunt, nothing to feast on for the wolves. They are hungry. They look like their skin is strapped around the bones, and you see the bones, and they growl and are pretty much very aggressive. And most of my groups are, oh wow, wolves, oh my god. And they don't react furthermore like, we're gonna fight wolves. No, it's mostly they start to rummage through their backpacks and look for food that they can give the wolves, and people start to say, oh my god, what do you know about wolves? What do they eat? Eat they only meat? And the dice rolling begins with people trying to remember what they heard about wolves and whatever. And that's something I really enjoy as a game master, seeing that most don't see a fight coming up, but just an encounter that is solvable by other ways, but just them fighting. And the next example, what I am role-playing as a monster, is an owlbear, a very classic monster that here and there comes up. Owlbears are super aggressive, no matter against what. They have literally no sense about perspective. If an ancient red dragon would practically come into their territory, they would attack it. Because, hey, it's my territory, I attack you. And basically that's owlbears for you. If players stumble through the forests and run through the area where an owlbear lives, pretty much a high chance the owlbear gets very aggressive. No matter what there is running, they attack. The next thing are other monsters like our classic kobolds. Kobolds are most of the time the classic enemy every game master throws out, and wow, kobolds, how imaginative, wow, we never see that coming. And I thought about it and learned a lot about kobolds, how they act, how they live, when they attack, would they attack, or whatever. When they attack, mostly the meaning behind it is they serve a dragon, and the dragon told them to do something. Like attack those adventurers. This can happen and is pretty much a very cool thing to happen. But when not in danger, kobolds are pretty much, they work, they bath, and they live. They grow, and they split up in another clans. Done. So pretty much if you have someone speaking Draconic, an encounter with kobolds that are not under the leadership of, let's say, a dragon, can pretty much be solved in any possible way. Like, you could even trade with them. High chances they would have rare materials or whatever, because they are permanently working down in the mines. They love that. And if you know such things about monsters, how they behave normally, or learn deeper knowledge, it's awesome. This gives you so much more for you as a DM or a GM. Other than, oh yeah, let's put some minis down there. Here you have 5 kobolds to fight. Let's go. Roll initiative. This is, yeah, of course, can happen, but it always has a meaning for me, and I role play into that. Like when they attack, they yell something like, "Our master said we should attack you, and we will, for our master." And then it's explained in world, and the group knows, oh, there's something behind it. We could investigate that. But kobolds rarely would attack. Why would they? I mean, they are living down the mines, and if not disturbed, they just live like everything else in the world. But like skeletons or something are pretty much easy. Skeletons are mostly controlled by something, or at least are some unnatural living being, or unliving being in that case. And maybe they are just restless souls or soulless. And they attack pretty much whatever stumbles into their crypt or territory, whatever, if they are not controlled. Zombies, on the other hand, are probably resting somewhere and waiting for anything living they can feast on, whatever. And that's something that goes through every single monster. Whatever monster you take, just don't build a fighting encounter. Think about what is the intelligence of the monster, what is its normal behavior, and what did happen or what happened that the monster does what it does. Like when wolves attack. Why do wolves attack? Most of my players immediately think of, wow, they must have been very, very unlucky hunting or finding food. So they pull out their food and throw it in all directions and maybe see how the wolves take the food and leave peacefully. And probably full for the next adventure group stumble upon them. Yeah, it's always the case of know your monsters and know the history, what makes them do what they do. Be it because they're an intelligent lich that has grown into hatred of every living being, or a young lich that still has a sense like they lost their loved ones and they want to have them back. Make a sad story. Not everything that's description says it's an evil being is evil because it's just evil. You can make everything not stereotypical, and that's a thing for game masters, I think, a very important thing. How would they act normally? How can I change it for my campaign, my world, my setting, whatever? And always put a meaning behind something. Wolves attack because they are hungry. Young liches raises the undead to find their missed loved ones. Or old liches have a hatred against everything living being. Put something behind it, always. Make it known to the players. So much interesting stories can grow out of just a meaning behind something acting. Be it kobolds attacking and yelling their work. They attack for their master. Who is their master? They take a kobold captive, ask him, interrogate him, and where is your master? Who is your master? That's basically it. I mean, put a meaning behind it. That's at least how I view it. And I hope you get something out of it, of this topic today. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you learn something or not, or me have another view on this topic. Let me know, write in the comments. I am reading them and I will answer you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, thumbs down. And if you don't miss out any more content, which comes up regularly every Monday and Friday, just leave a sub and be happy for new content. From a German speaking English, having trouble with words. I wish you a very, very awesome time and join the hive and bye.